All right, today we're diving into one of the most powerful frameworks for personal and professional growth ever created, the 7 habits of highly effective people. So let's get right into it.
So, does this sound a little too familiar? You're always running, your to-do list is just a mile long, but at the end of the day, you kind of feel like you haven't made any real progress on the things that actually matter. If that hits home, you're in exactly the right place, because this framework is designed to solve that exact problem. We're going to look at this as a kind of growth journey. First, we'll build a really strong personal foundation with what's called the private victory. Then, we'll move on to succeeding with others in the public victory. And finally, we'll learn how to sustain all of it with the habit of renewal. Okay, first things first. Before you can effectively lead anyone else or even just collaborate with them, you have to master yourself. This is the private victory, and it's where our journey has to begin. It's all about building your character before you worry about your personality. This first habit, honestly, it's a fundamental mindset shift. It's about taking apart the biggest lie we tell ourselves, that we don't have a choice. So instead of being a product of your circumstances, you become a product of your decisions. See, between what happens to you and how you respond to it, there's a little space. And in that space is all your freedom and your power to choose.
So how do you actually do this? Well, you can start by focusing your energy on what you can actually control, your circle of influence. Just stop wasting time and energy on things you can only worry about. And listen to your own language. Are you saying things like, I have to? Or are you saying, I choose to? That tiny little shift makes a massive difference.
Okay, so once you're in the driver's seat, where are you actually going? Habit 2 is all about creating a clear destination. Think about it. If you don't know where you're headed, any road will get you there, but it probably won't be where you really want to end up. This is all about defining your personal North Star.
The most powerful way to apply this is to actually write a personal mission statement. Just think about your core values, what you want to achieve, and maybe most importantly, the kind of person you want to be. This statement then becomes like your own personal constitution. You use it to make all your other decisions.
Now here's where it gets really interesting, how this all clicks together. Habit 3 is basically the real-world application of the first 2. It's where you take that proactive mindset and your personal mission and you use them to organize your life. It's all about executing on what truly matters day in and day out.
And this matrix illustrates the idea perfectly. It helps you sort your tasks. You see, most of us live in that urgent and important box on the top left, constantly fighting fires. But the really effective people, they spend their time in the important but not urgent box, planning, preventing problems, building relationships. That's where the real progress happens.
So look, achieving this private victory is a huge accomplishment. It's what moves you from being dependent to independent. But the ultimate goal here isn't just to win all by yourself. You've built the foundation, and now it's time to build some bridges. Let's see how that works.
Let's move to the next stage and see how this builds out, the public victory. This is where we shift from independence to interdependence, which means achieving success not just on our own, but through really effective collaboration and relationships with other people.
It all starts with habit 4, think win-win. This is a mindset that says, hey, there's plenty of success to go around for everybody. It's not about me winning and you losing or you winning and me losing. It's about finding a third option that's actually better for both of us. It's a way of thinking that's based on cooperation, not competition.
Just look at the difference here. That win-lose mindset on the right is so deeply ingrained in so many of us. We tend to see success as a zero-sum game. But the win-win approach, on the other hand, it just opens up so many new possibilities. It can turn adversaries into partners, and it focuses on finding solutions that work for everyone.
So, you might be asking, how do you actually get to win-win? Well, that leads us straight to habit 5, which is, I'm going to say it, probably the single most important communication principle you will ever learn. Most of us, we listen with the intent to reply. This habit challenges you to listen with the intent to truly, deeply understand the other person's perspective first, because you can't create a shared win if you don't even know what a win looks like for them.
This is all about practicing what's called empathic listening. You're not just hearing words, you're trying to understand the feeling and the meaning behind them. You ask open-ended questions, you reflect back what you hear. When people feel like you truly get them, they become so much more open to your influence and your ideas.
Now, when you combine that win-win attitude with a genuine desire to understand other people, something incredible starts to happen: synergy. And that's habit 6. It's this idea that the whole is greater than the sum of its parts.
It's when 1 plus 1 equals 3 or 10 or even 100. It's really the magic of creative cooperation.
You know, synergy isn't just cooperation, it's creative cooperation. It happens when you genuinely value the different perspectives people bring to the table. Instead of seeing those differences as a threat, you see them as an opportunity to create something new and better than what any single person could have come up with on their own.
We've covered the private victory and the public victory. But how in the world do you keep all this going without just completely burning out? That brings us to our final and maybe the most crucial habit of all.
Habit 7 is sharpen the saw, and it's the habit that makes all the other ones possible. Just imagine a woodcutter who's trying to saw down a tree with a really dull saw. They're working so hard, but they're not making any progress. Well, you are the saw. This habit is about taking the time to invest in your greatest asset, you.
And this isn't just about taking a vacation once a year. It's about continuous, balanced renewal across 4 key dimensions of your life. Your physical side, like exercise and nutrition. Your mental side, like reading and planning. Your social and emotional side, by practicing things like empathy and synergy. And your spiritual side, by clarifying your core values. Each one needs regular attention to stay sharp.
So there you have it, the whole journey, from dependence to independence with the private victory, and then on to interdependence with the public victory, all of it sustained by that constant habit of renewal. It's a powerful, upward spiral of growth.
But look, this isn't just a theory, it's a practice. The most important thing is simply to begin. So as you look at these 7 habits, the real question isn't whether you should do them all at once, but rather, which single habit will you start practicing today?